Alright, so ever since Breath of the Wild was released, I've seen a lot of people asking the question of, is there a way to get off the Great Plateau early? Or, is there a way to skip the paraglider and just make your way to Hyrule Castle without needing to, do any shrines or anything? And currently, the answer to that is no. And I'm going to be explaining why here. Okay, so this is the Great Plateau. And there are two things that surround the Great Plateau. The first is this void plain, which is pretty much just on the edge of the Great Plateau, which encircles around it like this. And pretty much what this is, if you jump off the Great Plateau and you hit this plane, you instantly void out and respawn back where you jumped off. If you try to, climb down the side of the Great Plateau, you'll eventually hit this and you'll automatically fall and void out. So you can't do that. That's one of the first problems with trying to get off the Great Plateau early. There is actually a way that you can bypass this void plane right here. And that involves doing a stasis jump around here off into this little corner right here. I guess I could link that video in the description if anyone's interested. But the second problem with trying to skip the Great Plateau is that when the game begins, the Great Plateau is sort of encased in this box-like area, sort of shaped like this, right? And pretty much what this area defines is, at the beginning of the game, if you're inside of this area, right, the game's like, all right, that's good, you're good to go. Don't do anything to Link or the player. But if you traverse outside of this box before getting the paraglider, you pretty much just void out and die, no matter what your coordinates are. If you're anywhere outside this box, if you're here, void out until you die, get sent back to the Great Plateau. If you're here, void out, die, get sent back to the Great Plateau, right? So this applies to everywhere in the overworld. If you're outside of this box before you get the paraglider, you void out until you die and then get sent back to the Great Plateau. And so this has then spawned another question of, what if you wrong warp into the Dark Beast Ganon fight? Would you be able to skip the effects of this box then? And the answer to that is also no, because the Dark Beast Ganon fight takes place on the overworld. So even if you wrong warp into the Dark Beast Ganon fight, you're still affected by being outside this box, and so you void out until you die, and then you get sent back to the Great Plateau. So yeah, currently the only way that I see skipping the Great Plateau or skipping the paraglider happening is if, by some miracle, someone figures out how to wrong warp to the credits. I personally don't see that happening, but I would love to be proven wrong. I would love if we could wrong warp to the credits. That would be awesome. But it does seem kind of unlikely that that's going to happen. And so all of this is with our current knowledge and understanding of the game. For all I know, someone could discover arbitrary code execution within the next hour, and then literally anything else would be possible, and we would have a field day with this game, but I'm not sure that that's gonna happen. But, yeah, basically, if you're outside this box, it doesn't work, right? Not there, not there, not there, not there, nowhere. And once again, the trigger to, making this box go away and having the entire world open to you is the paraglider. So yeah, I hope that clears up any questions anyone might have about if you're able to get off the Great Plateau early. Remember, you're technically able to get off early by doing a stasis launch into this corner right here. But then once you're outside of this box, well, once again, you void out and then get sent back to the Great Plateau. But yeah, that was just a quick explanation on why we currently are not able to skip the paraglider or get off the Great Plateau early. And I hope that maybe this has cleared up some of the questions you guys have. And yeah, I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching.